This is where the headlines are probed. Policies scrutinized through an objective lens with an unbiased approach to every discussion. Key in to a series of pulsating conversations with the hard questions.
Why do you still want to run when you have failed?
I haven't. What do you mean by failed?
In-depth analysis of policy proposals.
If it is a temporary program, why do we want to still create another gold reserve exchange program also to address a temporary issue?
If you introduce a temporary measure and you realize that the temporary measure works and is sustainable, you have to rethink whether or not it should just be temporary.
And every agenda and positions intellectually debated to set the record straight.
Look, you still don't answer the question now.
Good.
Question is,
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to your post center. This is ABC Headlines. I'm Eric Chinibuat-Melo. Coming up in the headlines. Now, defected ballot papers for 2 regions have been destroyed by the Electoral Commission. We have details of these regions and its news coming up shortly. Also, the Ghana Police Service is urging political parties to as well plan for their defeat and not cause mayhem. Still to come in the headlines, the government invest into educational infrastructure projects across the country to expand enrollment. We have details of these and many more coming up shortly. To stay. Welcome back. We stream live on YouTube, ABC News GH. Do want to follow and leave your thought and comment. Would appreciate it. Let's begin with the first story. The Electoral Commission (EC) has destroyed defective ballot papers originally intended for the Ahafo and Volta regions following the discovery of serialization errors. The distraction took place on Thursday, November 21, under the strict supervision of police officers and representatives from various political parties. The transfer of the flawed ballot was halted immediately after the issues were identified. In response, the EC contracted Back Press and Act Commercials to handle the reprinting of new error-free ballots to ensure the integrity of the Electoral Commission process, of the electoral process. The EC has dismissed claims that political parties were responsible for uncovering the defect, asserting that its internal quality control mechanism flagged the issues. However, the National Democratic Congress has insisted that their representatives identify the problems leading to the corrective measures. This development came as part of the EC's ongoing preparations for the 2024 general elections, where ensuring transparency and avoiding discrepancies are critical to maintaining public trust in the process. Well, still on election, but this time on security, the Inspector General of the Ghana Police Service and Chairman of the Election Security Task Force, Dr. Ekufu Dampare, has called on political parties and independent candidates to manage their expectations in the upcoming 2024 elections, stressing the importance of maintaining peace and stability in what he expected to be a win or lose contest. This message was delivered yesterday, November 21, during a police briefing with representatives from all political parties, outlining the force's preparation for the election. Derek Kumikisiedu has more in this report.
Of the Ghana Police Service, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare, with all other election security task force, held a press briefing yesterday, November 21, 2024, to brief representative of all political parties on police preparation towards the 2024 general election. During the brief, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare called on political parties and independent candidates to manage the for the upcoming elections, stressing that the contest is a win or lose scenario that must be conducted in a peaceful and stable environment.
Will win. The rest will not win. In the same way, the 801 vying for a position of 276, only 276 will win. The rest will not win. We need to come to this realization and therefore measure our expectations. As you plan to celebrate your victory, your possible victory, plan also to celebrate your possible defeat.
During the first phase of the briefing, all political parties were given a platform to share their expectations on security of the upcoming general elections.
Once the uniform is off, you are just like me. Once this political accolade is off, I'm just like you. So I have this simple message that we should never think that Ghana has friends.
And during the review meeting, someone asked the EC what they are doing about those who lost their lives. And the EC rightly said that they are not in charge of security.
We want to reserve all our comments until we hear from the security agencies, except to say that we expect professionalism so that the peace and stability of our dear nation can be ensured.
I think we would be very happy to listen to what you people have from the police, and we will make our comments later on. Thank you very much.
The second phase of the meeting was done behind closed doors. After the meeting, the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodia, stated that the Security Task Force reassured the political parties that there will be a peaceful election and has also cautioned people with the intention to cause mayhem on December 7.
We believe that the assurances that the heads of the various security agencies have given to us, we are going to have a very peaceful election. And in fact, they even sent a caution that if there is anyone in this country harboring any intention to cause mayhem on December 7th, the president have these few days to change that mindset, because there will be maximum security on December 7th. And no one will be allowed to misbehave or cause mayhem to destroy that enviable democratic success that they have achieved as a country. So if that's actually I want to...
NDC's Director of Elections, Dr. Omane Boama, expressed satisfaction of the decision not to allow lethal weapons ahead of the elections.
The security agencies are saying there should be no lethal weapons at the polling stations. That is very good. We are also gladdened that they are saying that the military will only be a last resort.
Derek Kumi Kisiru reporting for ABC.
Success that they have achieved as a country. So if that's actually I want to...
NDC's Director of Elections, Dr. Omane Boama, expressed satisfaction of the decision not to allow.
Away from that, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has urged residents of the Afram Plains North and South constituencies to avoid voting skirt and blouse in the upcoming elections. The term refers to the practice of voting for a presidential candidate from a party and a parliamentary candidate from another. Mahama's appeal comes as the incumbent member of parliament for Afram Plains North, Betty Mensah Crosby, faces a tough challenge from Billy Walasi, a former NDC member running as an independent candidate. Walasi has openly declared support for Mahama's presidential bid while opposing the party's parliamentary candidate. He also touched on continuation of developmental projects in the area.
Design for bridge. Na yenuanmo abreso sikane bai I call parliament ama yede ensa eto so bibia yina enim se bridge ba enso bosia omo boy ebeda ne ka eto Ghana so omutimi ntu abiom enti abra omo se omutimi ntu aka no ena abrofo no sikana aka omo de mani aye bridge no omo twesan enso nana no mamon papa NDC empuntu ohene eba Yeba baby ebenya sika bia.
And the Member of Parliament for Karaga in the Northern Region, who doubles as the Minister for Finance, Dr. Amin Adams, has cautioned his electorate not to reject Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on December 7 polls as the only Muslim flag bearer among the rest. According to him, even Christians across the country are giving Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia massive support to emerge as the winner of the upcoming election. Let us take a listen to what he was saying when he was interacting with his people in Dagomba language.
Things are so. T-voto, let the mara. T-voto, the Yola Swalma. This was 7th December. Tiam vote in the Adalchi. Tiam vote in the Yelmangle. Tiam vote in the Lepgamsim. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the first Muslim in Ghana to become the president of Ghana. This was 7th December. Now, who permitted 7th December? I'm at the Yarna Lebnima. Lemnum can Yara. Lemnima, but I'm Varsar Nirba. But Varsar Nirba, Litop Nutui, Lisaban Zabe, Cambon Yal Lemnima.
Let's do some more news. Leader of the Movement for Change, Alan Kojo Chiomoteng, has expressed disappointment over the government's neglect of the Crowthroat Market project in Kumasi. The project, which was part of the government's plan to decongest the KGT market, has been abandoned for some years now. However, during a recent campaign tour in the Ashanti region, Alan Chiomoteng underscored the importance of these projects to the livelihoods of many Ghanaians, particularly traders and small business owners, and vowed to prioritize the completion of it, given the mandate to lead.
I feel very saddened that this project has been hanging for 17 years. Over 17 years. It is an indictment on both the NDC and then the MPP. Look, this market was meant not only to serve people in Crowthroat, but everybody who understands the architecture of Ashanti will tell you that whether you are in Crowthroat, Abu Ashanti, Aswasi, all around here, this is going to be their central market. And these community markets are the only way you can decongest the central market. If we fix this market, do you need to go to the central market downtown? You don't need to do so. So this will be one of my first projects. I'll make sure that you find that there will be a hospital, there will be a kindergarten or nursery school, police station. Obviously, this is going to be a showpiece. This is going to be a showpiece. So I wish that the next time I come here on a working visit.
Away from that, Yazid Adam, a representative with the Rightful Youth and Disability International, has expressed dissatisfaction with measures outlined by the Electoral Commission for persons with disabilities ahead of the 2024 general elections. Speaking in an interview on ABC in the morning, he lauded the Commission for its proactive approach to addressing challenges faced by voters with disabilities. The measures include the provision of accessible polling stations, tactical ballots for visually impaired voters, and dedicated assistance for individuals with mobility challenges.
Polling stations for voting have been made accessible for persons with disabilities, such that they are not on high grounds where people with wheelchair users can't access. They are also in an environment where the visually impaired person can easily access. Also, the EC has informed us that they have put in place the Tata balloting system, which will aid the blind persons to be able to vote independently. So when you get to the polling station, you ask or you request for the Tata ballot from the presiding officer, and you'll be given that's for you to be able to vote. Then also,
that's all for the morning package on ABC Headlines. I am Eric Chinibwamelo. Do well to log on to our website www.abcnewsgh for more news and updates. You can also log on to our YouTube ABC News GH for more content. ABC in the Morning continues shortly after this. Good morning.